prove to you that we are who we say we are. Give me Deuteronomy 28.
Crank it out.
Deuteronomy chapter 28. Give me verse. No, in fact, give me 1 and 1. I want 1 and 1.
I can't hear you.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Read what you got.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Bring it out!
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So Moses is speaking to all of Israel. It didn't say the whole world, it said all of Israel. Now let's see what he told Israel. Deuteronomy 28:15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass.
So God is saying, well, Moses is talking to the Israelites, telling them what God told him. He said, it shall come to pass. This is talking about the future tense. Because right now, Moses, this is like some 3,000 years prior to today, correct? All right, read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So God's voice, God ain't coming down having personal conversations with people. You hear a Christian tell you that, they're lying. They talking to the devil, they ain't talking to God. Read what you got.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
So God's voice right here is this Bible, is this word. So we got to do all his commandments. What they say in Christian church, the commandments done away with. But the commandments are our heritage. They are our law. What does a law do? A law governs a community or a society. That's all this is a book about history and our laws that govern us as a community and as a society. When they took our heritage away from us, that's what we gonna do. We gonna follow after everybody else, whatever the hell they give us. They throw some rap music on there. We think there are women shaking their butt to BET music videos and stupid stuff like that. Talk about that's your heritage. Booty shaking is not a heritage. Read what you got.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So he said laws, the commandments, the statutes. Can't statutes or read the sub-laws. We talk about the laws that fall under the umbrella. Because it's more than just 10. It's the 10 and then it's the statutes that fall under the 10. Like say, thou shalt not commit adultery. A statute that will fall under thou shalt not commit adultery would be rape. A statute will fall under some that thou shalt not commit adultery would be homosexuality. Because that's doing things outside of marriage between a man and a woman. Read what you got.
That all these curses shall all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So he said all these curses are gonna come upon a certain particular people, the Israelites, right? They're gonna fall upon us. They're gonna overtake us. Meaning there ain't no escape. That's what that's going into. Now let's see what one of those curses are right now. Give me 48. Matter of fact, give me I want 32. Start with 32. Let's go into slavery.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So the Bible says that our sons and our daughters, talking about the Israelite sons and daughters, will be given unto another people. Who that happened to? Who that happened to, sis? Oh, what's your name, by the way? Destiny. So who that happened to? That happened to us, right? Also happened to the so-called Native American man, also and his children and his wife. It also happened to the so-called Hispanic people as well. That their children was taken from them and put on what? Reservations, taken to boarding schools. All that stuff happened to them when they came over to the side of the world. That's one curse that was going to befall the Israelites, right? Okay, read on.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
So when it says that our eyes look and we fail with longing for them, it's talking about our eyes fail and talking about we cry. That's why. We didn't have no power to do anything about it. Once Master Jefferson said that he's going to take your son and he's going to take ship from over here to this community over there, over with Master, what's the name of Master Stevenson or Charles or whatever. Once he decided to do that, all you could do was cry because why? You didn't have no power. So we'll go into that.
And there shall be no might in thine hand. The fruit of thy land.
Oh, so there's going to be no might in their hand. What constitutes might? What's the things that constitute might? You can put that down. What's the things that constitute might? Is it just talking about punching power? What's the things that constitute might? Talk about like financial might, no legality, no legal might. We didn't have no say so. We were under another people, right? Let's talk about the Israelites. I'm just trying to paint the picture for you. Let's talk about the Israelites, right? And that happened to our people. And all the people up here on this sign, right? Okay, that's one sign. 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
Because we did not keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments, or because the Israelites didn't keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments, he said that we're going to have to serve our enemies. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
And God sent those enemies. Read.
In hunger.
In what?
In hunger.
Where you get your food? Where you get shopping at? Some basic stores. Kroger's, Walmart. Okay, so Kroger's, Walmart, maybe some of these like little stores around here. We got that Wendy's right there, right? McDonald's and whatnot, right? So, who owns those places? What nationality of people owns those places? So the what?
Oh, wait.
Yeah. European, so-called European man, right?
Yeah.
Bring it out!
The so-called European man, right? He owns those places. You even go to a gas station, right? As a matter of fact, I don't want to jump ahead too fast. Read.
And then thirst.
And then what?
And then thirst.
All the water that we get, the aquafinas, the mountain spring waters, or even just your water in your house. When you don't pay the water bill, is that your people on the other end of that line telling you, I mean, not even just on the other end of the line, is that the ones who give the authority to shut your water off? Who gives that authority? The so-called European man, the people who are in charge of this land, right? Okay, read.
And then nakedness.
And then nakedness, the very clothes on your back. Even you see our brother over there, he's selling clothes, we got our faces on it and whatnot, man, but you don't want to take it out of the back. Read.
And then one of all things.
And one of what?
All things.
Not just a few things, right?
All things.
So it's that one of everything that you want. Your driver's license, a birth certificate. When you come into this world, when you die, you gotta have a death certificate, your driver's license, everything that you want to have on this earth, you gotta get permission from another people. You gotta get permission from somebody else in order to get those things. Remember, this is Moses talking to the Israelites. He said that this was gonna befall that people for not keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments. Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Uh-oh.
Bring it out!
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Who that happened to? Prophecy became history is what you're seeing. The prophecy of the Bible became our history because we did not do what God said to do. He accomplished His word by telling us what He was going to do before in His book. But you're not reading that in the Christian churches, right? Christian pastor's not bringing this out, is he? It's because he don't want you to know. If we don't know who we are, we continue. Right now, we're the bloodstream of this society. We, like he was telling you about the different holidays that we celebrate. We celebrate those different holidays and we put money in their pockets. We continue to build, we built this place from the ground up. We are one of the foundations of this society, and we still lost. Go ahead, put that down. Do you understand?
Yes.
So far, so who are the Israelites?
Okay, I don't want to answer no questions because I get scared. But
You don't want to answer no questions because you're scared?
Yes.
Well, you've been answering the questions. You've been saying the European man for the longest time. So who are the Israelites? According to the Bible. According to what I've been bringing out to you. Who are the Israelites?
Us.
Okay, we're the Israelites. That's right. That's right, sis.
Yeah.
We're the real Jews. And we got info on that flyer as well. But I want to give you something else before you leave, sis. Because it's not just good enough. Give me Deuteronomy 10 and 12. It's not good enough just to know that we're the Israelites. Now we got a responsibility that we got to hold on to, because the Most High God said that if the reason that we went into slavery and captivity and that we're at the bottom of society is because we didn't keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments. What do we have to do in order to get up out of the conditions we're living in? Okay, read what you got.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12.
Bring it out!
And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
So God has requirements for His people. He chose us. He decided to place His name upon us, because Israel means princess have power, prince that has power with God, or princess that has power with God. So He put His name upon us, and now He said that He has requirements of us that we must stand by. The same thing goes with kings and queens and whatnot, right? Like when you go into the UK and whatnot. The queen, have you ever seen her walking around with sagging pants on? She don't do that, right? She don't carry herself in that manner, because she has requirements being the head over a nation. Right. The same thing goes with us. Right. We have requirements being the head over the earth.
Right.
Read what you got.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all His ways, and to love Him.
Read.
And to serve the Lord thy God.
Say how we serve Him.
With all thy heart.
Read.
And with all thy soul.
Read on.
To keep the commandments.
To do what?
To keep the commandments.
So that's what we was talking about. We got to keep the commandments. Read.
Of the Lord and His statutes, which I command thee this day, for thy good.
For thy what?
For thy good.
The commandments are for our good.
Yes.
He's not telling us to keep the commandments. The commandment is that we got to walk on our hands down the street. That doesn't make no sense. There's no purpose in that. The commandments He tells us to do are in regards to us knowing how to serve Him and how to treat one another.
Right.
How are women supposed to be treated by the men? How are we supposed to take care of our children? These are laws for our good.
Right.
So why would they say that the laws is done away with? Because they don't want us to have any good in this earth.
Bring it out.
Right.
So let me show you a law real quick, sis. Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5.
Bring it out.
Because we need to know this. Our people need to know how to conduct themselves and how to come back to God. Again, it's not enough that we know that we're the Israelites. We must also be doing what God says to do in order to uplift our people by showing, let our light shine so that they can also follow after your example.
Right.
Bring it out.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Read on.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So, a man, what's some garments that a man shouldn't put on that a woman wear? Like what?
A dress.
Oh, you said a dress. Oh, she hit it on the head. She hit the nail on the head. So a dress, what else? Bras, panties, stuff like that, right? Right? Okay. So if we was walking out here, we had dresses on, walking around with bras and panties on, and our dresses with the slit all the way up here and stuff like that. Would you really take us seriously? You probably leave us alone. Probably walk across the street, wouldn't you? Because that's out of order. That's not right. Now, read it again from the top.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So the woman can't put on what? What can a woman wear that?
Men's garment.
So what's a men's garment?
Boxers.
Okay, boxers.
Shoes, shirt.
Shoes, shirts, okay. What else is?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? So take a look around, look at the men around you right now. What they're wearing. Are you wearing anything similar to them right now?
But yeah.
Like what?
Jacket, pants.
Pants. Pants, sis. Pants. Pants.
That's right.
Why is that? It's good. It's for our good.
Bring it out.
Why is it for our good? Give me that in, I think it's 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9, right? 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9. It's important that our women dress in a proper manner, just like we as men must dress in a proper manner. It's the same thing when an army man goes on and he puts on his uniform and he gets all the little badges and all that, and he puts on what? Combat boots, gets the cargo army pants and whatnot. That puts a kind of spirit of what? Authority. We're getting ready to prepare for war. Read what you got.
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
And what?
Modest apparel.
So modesty means to dress in a way or to carry yourself in a way as not to attract sexual desire. We are right now, we're trying to build our nation up and build our men up to be fathers and husbands and take care of their children and do all these different good things for the black community, correct? But if we've seen our women surrounding us with nothing but immodesty and modest clothes on, where their mind gonna go? Their mind's gonna go somewhere else, gonna go left field. And no longer build up the community. Just let me hit that real quick. Their mindset's not gonna be they wanna marry you to build a community with you. That's what's gonna happen. That's why it's not for our good. Give me that in Leviticus chapter 19, verse 29 again. God makes it very plain to us exactly what happens when we do not keep the law, statutes, and commandments. There are judgments. That's why it said in Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12 that we have to fear him. Because for us not fearing him, we ended up like this. We ended up just like that. Being sold to master. Being paraded around naked like that. I want to show you a couple things. Having these type of bird cages upon our faces and on our heads. Look at that right there. This is. We don't fear this man. We don't fear this God. He did this to us. He took us from all the way across the earth. Look what he did. From the west coast of Africa, he scattered us all across the four corners of the whole earth. And then people wonder why we say we need to fear him. Because he can do this to us.
Right.
You put it down. Appreciate y'all. Now here's a judgment for us not treating our women right. Read.
This is the book of Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
Read.
Lest the land fall to whoredom.
What's going to happen?
Lest the land fall to whoredom.
The whole land falls to whoredom when that happens. It's not all words. God said that would happen. When our communities are not living correctly and not living right, that's what happens to the whole community fails. The whole society falls apart. That's how we lost the kingdom on earth as a people. That's how the Israelites failed to the bottom of society. We're supposed to be on top of society, now we're at the very bottom and we can't get back up. Although we're the fastest, the strongest, the smartest. How is that possible? And we all across the earth. We everywhere. There's more of us than there is than of them. That's why they use certain words talking about minority. They're the actual, real, true minorities, the other nations. We outnumber them. But why is it that we are at the bottom? Because there's a power that's greater than us. God himself keeps us down. Until what? We come back to him. So what you gonna do, sis?
Change.
You gonna change, right? Exactly. You gonna change, you gonna put a dress on, right? All praises to the Father. See? That's repentance.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.